Thomas and Shoshanah have asked me to say a few words, and so I thought I could go all Princess Bride and go, marriage, but then I knew Thomas would be saying, say man and wife, say man and wife, so I'm not going to do that, okay? But I do want to say a few things, and I saw a great illustration of marriage from the spot where all truth is found, Pinterest, and it talked about how marriage is like a box, and I brought a box. And you know, and most couples, when they go to marriage today, they look and they say, wow, look at this. It's a gift wrapped box. It's amazing. And you look at these two, they look amazing today. And so in some ways it is like that. But over time, the gift wrap won't always be like it is today. The reality is, as beautiful as they look today, Thomas and Shoshanah, they'll get a little older. Trauma will come in their relationships. Sometimes there'll be small tears in the wrapping paper. Other times, Thomas will just do a dude thing that Shoshanah doesn't understand, and he'll have big wraps or big rips. But eventually, all of the paper will come off, and all you'll have left is the box. But it's still a great illustration of marriage. And it's okay if marriage is like this, because marriage is durable, it can handle it. And what's important is not what you look in the box, because the reality is we look in the box, there's nothing in there today. The key is what these two decide to put in the box. And I just wanted to give 3 suggestions that I have on what you should be putting in the box, based on almost 3 decades of marriage mistakes, at work, unfortunately, handling hundreds of divorce cases, and also just some biblical advice. So first, I would suggest you put an unconditional love for each other in the box. That means no scorekeeping, no 50-50. Each of you are in 100%, no matter what the other does, even on the tough days. But that really is what true love is. Okay? Second, I would suggest that you put a lifelong commitment to each other in the box. Marriage isn't forever, but it is designed for life. The hard times will come. And I'll say that a second time because you're here for marriage. The hard times will come. Everyone else probably is nodding their heads. But when you do that, your first reaction has to be, we're in this together. You're in a sickness together. You're in a financial crisis together. You're grieving a loss together. But you don't think about throwing out the box or getting a new box. You say, you know what, we're in this together. And the third thing I would suggest you put in the box is a love for each other above all others. And that includes the amazing parents and siblings that are here. Shoshanah, your first loyalty needs to be to Thomas after today, and maybe Nova. And Thomas, your first loyalty needs to be to Shoshanah. And that's, again, above your parents, above your siblings. And as parents, we need to be letting you have that loyalty for each other. Thomas, I'm going to ask you for your commitment to Shoshanah. Thomas, will you have this woman to be your wedded wife, to live together in the holy estate of matrimony? Will you love her, comfort her, honor her, and keep her, forsaking all others, keeping her only unto yourself, so long as you both shall live?
I do.
Okay. And Shoshanah, will you have this man to be your wedded husband, to live together in the holy estate of matrimony? Will you love him, comfort him, honor and keep him, forsaking all others, keeping him only unto yourself, so long as you both shall live?
I do.
Okay. And I believe that they have each prepared vows. So Thomas, I'm going to let you read your vows first.
A-E-I-O-U. Wedding vow. Never mind. Thank you.
I like how you
yeah,
that
yeah.
room there.
As I began to write my vows, I was thinking about how much we've gone through together and how we've grown in our relationship, and I realized that sooner or later we all have to begin to understand love is more than verses on Valentine's Day or romance like in the movies, even though like in the movies we can finish each other's sentences. Yes. It's sandwiches. And you're the one that made me realize that. And I realized there comes a time in every relationship when we have to make a decision, we have to make a promise. Two individuals have to ask each other how much they hope for as their love grows and deepens, and how much of a risk they're willing to make. And laying down our life for another is a risk, but a risk that I can take without fear, because I know that Jesus Christ did the exact same thing for me, and so I in turn can do the same thing. So, here are my vows. I vow to always let you have the last blueberry pancake. I vow to never steal your covers, even if you're hogging them. I vow to unclog the tub, even though there's only one of us with long hair. I vow that when we're old and gray, we can look back upon the whispers of our youth, and we can collectively shake our fists at teenagers and talk about when the days and things were cheaper, better, and generally more wholesome. I vow to grab your toes with mine when we cuddle at night, and when age has robbed my toes of their monkey-like dexterity, I'll just place my feet against yours until we fall asleep like we always have. I vow to always listen to you. I vow to pursue you and build intimacy in our relationship. I vow to laugh with you, celebrate you, cry with you. I vow to put your happiness before mine. I vow to protect you, to provide for you, and to love you. I vow to spend this lifetime learning you. I vow in the name of God to take you, Shoshanah, to be my wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for poorer, for richer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish until Jesus calls me home. This is my solemn vow.
Thomas, my love, I can't believe that I get to marry you today. I still remember on our first date when your face came into focus on Skype, that huge smile that came across your face when you saw me for the first time. To this day, you don't look at anyone else the way you look at me. I love that that look of adoration that you have for me. I'm so excited that God has given me to you to be your life partner. The one whom I get to call my one and only love for as long as I live. Your looks are far beyond surface level. You are beyond handsome, and there is also a depth of God's beauty in your soul. The love you have for me could only be compared to that of our Heavenly Father, and is none of this world. I have always loved how the Greek uses different words for love. The way God loves us is an agape love, meaning unconditional love. One that isn't natural, but a choice, the most beautiful choice. So Thomas, today I choose to be your wife. I promise to be your confidant, cheerleader, and friend as we walk through life together. I promise to love you even if you shave your beard off or get a little fluffy, and to exercise with you if either of us gets too fluffy. I promise to sneak up behind you and grab your butt or jump out and scare the crap out of you like I do so often. I vow to speak kind and gentle words, both when I am proud of you and when I feel disappointed. I vow to help you love life when it might be hard, and to always try and make you laugh. I promise to respect you, uplift you, and laugh with you, even if it's really not that funny. Should God bless us with the privilege and responsibility of raising children, I vow to be a consistent and comforting voice in their lives, forever pointing them towards Jesus. I promise to work on my patience, even if it takes our lifetime. Though I will stumble and fall short many times in our marriage, I humbly ask for your forgiveness and understanding in advance. Knowing that love is a choice, I choose to love you every day, even when I feel like giving up. God has given us this marriage as a gift, and I promise to cherish it as such. Today, I love you for your sense of humor, your generous heart, and your ability to make any situation an adventure. I love you now, and I promise to love the person you'll become as you change and grow in the coming years. I vow to fiercely love you in all forms, now and forever. I vow to never forget that this is a once-in-a-lifetime love. Thomas, today I vow in front of our friends, family, and God to take you to be my husband, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, until Jesus calls me home.
Thomas, please repeat after me as you put the ring on. Shoshanah, I give you this ring
Shoshanah, I give you this ring
as a sign that I chose you,
as a sign that I chose you,
as a reminder that I will always love you,
as a reminder that I will always love you.
though I will fail and fall.
Though I will fail and fall,
May this ring stand as a reminder
may this ring stand as a reminder
that I will stay faithful
that I will stay faithful
as Jesus has been faithful to us.
as Jesus has been faithful to us.
Repeat after me, Shoshanah. Thomas, I give you this ring
Thomas, I give you this ring
as a sign that I choose you,
as a sign that I choose you,
and as a reminder that I will always love you,
and as a reminder that I will always love you.
though I will fail and fall.
Though I will fail and fall,
May this ring stand as a reminder
may this ring stand as a reminder
that I shall stay faithful
that I still shall stay faithful,
as Jesus has been faithful to us.
as Jesus has been faithful to us.
Okay. And Shoshanah and Thomas have chosen to wash each other's feet as a sign of their love and service to each other. Jesus' decision to wash the disciples' feet is very important. The feet of those men, unlike their feet today, had been caked with dust from their daily travels. The job of washing feet was reserved for the lowest slave of the home. Yet in striking fashion, Jesus, the Son of God, dons the towel of a poor slave and wipes the muddied feet of his friends. This is what Jesus not only does for us, but calls us to do for each other. As Shoshanah and Thomas enter into the marriage covenant, this action is more than a symbol. It's a vow to always remain in a humble position, to lift up the other, even at great cost to oneself. It's a reminder to love and serve like Jesus, how he greatly loved us and served us, even in and especially in the messes of life. Thomas and Shoshanah, I have the incredible honor to pronounce you husband and wife. Thomas, you may kiss your wife. And now, for the first time, I'd like to introduce you to Mr. and Mrs. Thomas Rebecca.